For those of you who were on my stream earlier, you got to see me do a bike ride about 10 and a half, 11 miles from where I live to where my mom lives. This is my mom, Maria. She's here helping me in the stream today. I asked her if we could cook some Mexican specialty dish, something interesting, and we decided that Salpicon would be a good dish to share with you. And so I created a command in chat, and Redfire. All right, hopefully it came up. I'm definitely seeing a bit of lag from, okay, yeah, I think about Salpicon and how it's made.
Oh, okay, so the Salpicon, the meat is brisket. If you can cook it on your pressure cooker, if you don't have one, slow cooker or on top of your stove. I do onions and garlic, and right now this one is cooked. And once it's cooked, you're gonna shred it. But important ingredients to go in the meat when you cook it, besides your onion and garlic, is oregano, thyme, and bay leaf. The bay leaf is important, maybe 2 or 3 of these bay leaves to go in there, and that's what gives it a really good flavor along with your onion and your garlic. And you're also gonna cook some potatoes, just plain potatoes, and you're gonna cube them to put in the salad. So for our purposes, we did about 3 or 4 potatoes, depending a lot what is needed. We also have some chipotles.
This is key, right? The peppers?
Yeah, the peppers is what makes it nice. And you're going to use some of the peppers, not a lot because they're spicy, some of the juice, and of course, we're going to do avocado, onion, and fresh tomato. We're going to chop all that and make it into a salad.
All right, here we go. When they watch my stream, they're collecting hearts. It's kind of like a currency.
Right.
The more time they spend watching, the more hearts they collect. And as they collect the hearts, then they can use them to buy things. They can buy sound effects. They can buy me doing crazy things like that. Or there's one called finger guns where the music comes on and I have to like point at the camera. So, yeah, lots of crazy little things like that.
So we're cubing the avocado right on the shell.
Okay.
You can do lines across, like 3 and then across.
The Real Red Fiery
and you'll see how
said,
the Real Red
I
Fiery
think your mum is very confused. LUL. The Real Red Fiery said, it's real funny to watch.
It's real funny to watch.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it.
But the potatoes do need more.
So the tomatoes, can I just put them in a cube? Okay, so I'll start with slices, and then I'll go in. Chipotle peppers have seeds and veins.
Yes.
And it's important to get the veins and seeds out, otherwise it makes it too spicy.
Too spicy. So then you cut it, slice it. Once you clean, then you can add it to your salad. But make sure you got those
seeds out.
Seeds and the veins.
Okay.
Now you can chop it.
So
and
then
add
we
it to the salad.
chop that into bits and then we add it to the salad.
We're gonna do 2 peppers and then.
So only 2 chipotle peppers in this
The Real
case.
Red
Okay,
Fiery
said,
but spicy is my middle name.
But spicy is my middle name.
Oh, spicy is your middle name? Okay, well.
Then do 3 peppers.
Yeah, we can always add more pepper later, but you can't take it out once we put it in. So we got to make sure that people with less palate for spice can still handle it. All right, I'm going to use this for my squares.
Put it in there.
So you said the juice from the can.
The juice from the can, because there's enough in there that you could chop it and put it in there.
Okay.
So we're almost to the point where we can mix everything.
The Real Red Fiery.
Hey
Mama, Doc, can I come over and try some real Mexican food, please?
Try some real Mexican food, please.
Yes, I don't think she would mind you coming to visit at all.
Hey, Mama.
Well, he now knows you as Mama Bear 327, so that's probably how he's going to call you.
Salt and pepper. Don't forget.
Before long, my mom will probably have her own Twitch stream where she's doing a different recipe every weekend. We'll see.
A little bit of olive oil.
Oh, yes.
You can start your own cooking show, Mom.
A little bit of olive oil.
Okay, olive oil. Yeah, I meant to ask you, what are the seasonings besides the...
Salt, pepper, olive oil. I like to do a little bit of vinegar to add that little punch.
Okay.
Not too much, just a few.
So olive oil, vinegar. Yeah, I saw you add salt and pepper earlier.
Salt and pepper.
Okay.
And
what about garlic? Do you use garlic?
I use garlic to cook the meat.
Okay, so there were some...
The Real Red Fiery.
As eating it or not, I'll have to ask her.
Okay, now we're tossing it.
Ooh, let's have a close look at this. This is starting to look really good. It's starting to get the texture and look of salpicon as it should look. So you can see the guacamole in there. You can see the oil.
Don't over mix it.
No.
And I also like to add a little bit of cotija cheese.
Oh, it's another kind of cheese.
It's like, if you say Parmesan, but different flavor.
You have to get that in a specialty store, not in a regular store?
You can get it with the Mexican stuff where you got the queso fresco. If you see this,
The Real Red
that's
Fire
your presentation.
said,
The Real Red Fire
SMH, let me grab some Doritos to join the party.
Doritos to join the party.
Yes, get your Doritos.
It tastes really good with Doritos.
Yes, any kind of
you
chips.
Put your chip in there and
Yes.
get that salad. Oh, it's so delicious.
It's really, really good with any kind of chips. Yeah, I figured you were making this along with dish. That's very nice. So these are some of the very characteristic style dishes that you would find if you went to places like Cancun or Cozumel or Mexico City. They like to really have nice designs on their plateware. And so we had a lot of meals on plates like this when I was a kid. And thanks to my mom so much, who took the time to get the ingredients. Oh my goodness. This looks like so much food. How could one person eat all this? The dog is like, hey, what's happening? All right, so here's one style where it's made like a taco, as you can see, with looks like flour tortilla taco. And then this is the second style, which is made more like a tostada, where we've got corn, harder tortilla style chips with
The Real Red Fire said,
The Real Red
I could
Fire
eat all that he said.
I could eat all that he said.
Does this look appetizing to you? Disculpa, señora, ¿qué tipo de comida es esta?
Está usted comiendo salpicón. Salpicón con tortilla, con tostada. Lleva aguacate, queso, jitomate y papitas. Y chipotle.
Rico, se ve muy delicioso.
Espero que lo disfrute mucho.
¿Es muy picante?
Un poquito picante, no puse mucho, pero un poquito.
Bueno, vamos a probarlo.
A comer.
Muchas gracias. Aprovecho. Because that way they don't come out in such big pieces when you take bites. So now we're going to try the tostada version, which is a harder chip. And also you can see the pieces of shredded beef are a bit long. So maybe I'll take a smaller bite this time. Yeah. I actually think the hard chip gives it a very good flavor.
You like it better than the taco?
I think so in this case, because I mean, for one thing, I know the carbs of the flour are a little bit more. That's okay, as long as it's for a good flavor. But the corn tortilla and the crunchiness seems to go really well with the flavor of the beef, the potato, the guacamole, or the avocado.
And you could make your tacos corn.
Yes, and you could use corn tortilla to make tacos just instead of flour like we did. So anyway, that was really delicious. I really enjoyed it.